Welcome to the Delta Footprint recording. To view the Delta footprint, select from the Chart Style button FPDE, which would be Footprint Delta. This will change the display to the Delta footprint. If your chart does not have the Chart Style button shown here, visit our knowledge base and search specifically for Chart Style button, those three words, and it'll show you how to add a button and have these various options available. The Delta footprint displays a positive or a negative number within each footprint. A negative delta value is placed on all volume created by the aggressive seller hitting the bid. A positive delta is created when the aggressive buyer is taking the offer. The delta footprint is the net difference between the quantity traded on the ask versus the quantity traded on the bid at each price. The delta footprint is used to give a measurement of buying and selling pressure at each price as it trades in real time. This helps to give you a good view of whether a price run is strengthening or weakening as it trades. It also makes recognizing when a current price move is gaining momentum and makes them much easier to identify the reversals. These benefits are achieved through the use of color for each footprint. Following the delta footprint as price trends helps to confirm the direction of the trend. For instance, if price is trending higher, ideally the prices that make up the trend will have a positive delta. Conversely, if price is trending lower, the prices that make up the downtrend will have a negative delta. One way of seeing this, not on a price by price basis, but on a bar by bar basis, would be to add the volume breakdown indicator. And I'm going to do that real quick so that we can see what this would look like. I'm just going to go with the general standard settings, and I'll go ahead and remove the volume histogram. But this would show us now the delta per bar. You can see the value, the scale over here, but this gives us an idea of whether it was negative or positive for the particular bar. And so you can see this coincides with what we just talked about. So the concept's equal to having volume increase in the direction of a healthy trend, except now you have the ability to monitor that trend at each price and see the order flow intra-bar and when the trend begins to slow down or actually pick up. And a lot of times what you'll see at a trend turning point or a reversal is maybe a big pickup or an exhaustion where you get a blowout of buyers buying exactly the wrong time or sellers selling at exactly the wrong time. It really reinforces that whole idea. For those wanting more information, continue to listen and watch for further information. Delta Footprint's job is to keep track and display the net difference between the buyer traded volume and the seller traded volume at each price. To understand what delta is with respect to market delta, a trader first needs to understand that a traded price will have a mix of motivated buyers and sellers. A motivated buyer is one who's willing to aggressively get into the market by buying the ask price, or the sometimes called the offer. The passive buyer places a limit order and waits to see if it gets filled. This in turn holds true for the motivated seller, who will aggressively hit the bid so they can get the satisfaction of knowing they are in the market and short, or maybe they're just exiting a long trade. Secondly, markets rarely have price go in one direction without contention. Motivated buyers challenging the motivated sellers and vice versa will cause contention at each individual price. Delta footprint will show this, and it'll show the net traded volume difference between the motivated buyer and the motivated seller at each individual price to provide clues to who is showing more strength in the market at each particular point. This will all show very visually on the footprint chart by the color and shading of the background of each footprint, as you can see here. So on this chart, any shade of red would represent more aggressive selling, and you can see it has a negative delta or a negative number here. And any shade of blue represents more aggressive buying, more trading at the ask, and you can see it has a positive number, which would represent a positive delta. Another benefit of this here is that it will help you recognize when buyers are accumulating and when sellers are distributing or putting supply into the market and just selling out. Thanks for taking time to watch this short video. I hope you found it useful. You can get more information on the website under the Support tab. Go down to Resources. Feel free to contact us if you have any further questions. Thanks, and make a great day.